me wo copy na explanation on the man me trade ni nyina mu and say you to gold no retail price it is the bra wo no de interbank rate no e check value na short for no ho it is aka ba ye no ya fa nkoshe PMMC ya ka say Bank of Ghana ka abena na de the same procedure no e de ka bia ba ye de koshe Goldbod na ye mo Bank of Ghana din.
Vibrant Media, be heavily minded and ethically conscious.
Could you watch it?
No home in here.
Me who are TV so newspapers mu.
I have from me TV
newspapers mu dem tahu pa say bra Kojo Shehoni.
Ben na adwuma ya o.
Awie. E da sepa no womre anopai say baba ma yetumi edi nkomo. And we a press conference. Okay, before then yes here be here kwan bia fam ho friend say expressway na be for constituency.
Sa na ban no krata na ni video de ba bonten na kire.
What do you say?
Say ade a ye betumi aye no se na aye kire na ade e beboa ye nyina ba ye fi ase no ma me ma wo ne wunua no ma wa ha nyinara ene ya hwefo nyina me mo bia fehyiapa 2025 say ye nyina ye boy homodin ye ne ma na ye hwe nyina na ewie pe
sure
ye sere nyankopon say 2026 on tonin supangudi aye ye nyina so na on fa ye nkɔ ani me san so nchia titiri me mpanimfo a wo ofonse ye bi mpeso ano so a ehwɛ me san ma obi bia fehyiapa say ade a expressway no senia ya tro no won krata so senia ya ye video no ebetumi aye mana bemu a ebeboa nyina mpempi no ene da na me kasa o parliament na me kirem se mpempi no nye de edikan ni aban ede esi na ni so so person ye project kese bi na ya projects no ne ho nhihye bi na ye nya ni yi to bi hu se ya na yakoka nkwantimfi da me kasa o parliament me kai about Saglemi me kai about Hope City even me kai about current friends say of Ankon Sawom Kosi Kumasi de ya yeah still into me enye ne projects ahodo to be anhyehyɛ no enwie pɛyɛ ene ma projects no koka nkwantimfi enti kokobo na me de bo aban ne say for example project we say on say utie kasa na hwe video na asa ya kruche bibi awie ɛda om de krata na ba parliament hu say project no kromonya feasibility study onim za omonya feasibility study kra etosumi no sika om de be project no krata om de ba na om say omo a budget 30 billion. Na 2025 budget ni mo no 13 billion bi wo a oman form nsanka om de beka onom de aye. Eno na ikoyi nkrata na be kyerom say there be 13 billion no as at September na omodi mu 10 billion deda.
Okay.
Enti say
na 3 billion
na 3 billion. Enti say ni so ade hu ni say 13 billion bi da ho a bro form yeso no say oman ring fence a oman nyusu. Se ni so ade hu bi se scan da ho na nom de be project na ye konkrete dem ne ye bom kokose se scan ni ho.
Okay.
Ansana I say ohwe a project no enye se bi a ye usika da ho ye government of Ghana na fi ne ye bebobo sika no ne de aye. Government of Ghana na so na oye current Accra Kumasi a eho sikasem o twefa na bon kakran kakrai. Tina ye san bom kokose se anhwe yi a bo se project menu ni na abeka nsinsen mu so momo mani ko sa risks ya ye raise ye ho na mo hwe ye ni yi a enka ebetumi aye project ni wie ma naso Ghana fo nyina so ntene nkomo aye no omadi so ma mo mani anko ho so a ebekwa akoyesa dada de ni bi bo se project ni ya start na akọ kan kwantimfi.
All right. Ya hwe de besie bank ebe ye pa nyafe ne ye be fa wo fa mu ahwi wo na wo kọ no enti na nasare ne kai a okwa na etititititi ye wo sa kwa no fa so ati o do fa ho abi ko mo ye central phone share mu kasai fa Goldbod ne ho ensemsem ho ye Goldbod na boka ye Bank of Ghana na boka se Goldbod na boka e ban se no mo boka se ye Bank of Ghana so na boka so e ban se no mo na boka no o mo mienu na boka e den na ekoso
mesan ada wasibio central for nhemu ayeye no ye den sembe 9 ene tudwa edi kan ye magana fo nyina so te se Ghana boka $214 million. 50 January ABC September ewo gold dwedie bi a yedi ye ho na ye krampo no ye sesese ka no by 31st December no na edu be $300 million. And only point number 1. Metro di nti e ma ye this point number 1 no buy. Point number 2 ne say sa ka no as at the time and command buy no na ka no nipa bebre and I said o ma ne nim no mo nim say e ka no free in kitahudie bi a Bank of Ghana any Goldbod ediye and adie bi a friend of Gold for Reserves program. Na yen ye be central for nchiemu ne esan kire mo say adwumakuo baako bi ka ho a ye friend of Bower Rock. Ono eno ye the sole aggregator adwumakuo baako a Ghana artisanal and small scale mining gold nyinara ono to the bread Goldbod. Na Goldbod the Akoma Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
Na ne nhyehyeye ne ka ho bi nhyehyeye na omaye no e ka ho bi e na ya boss aka $214 million to $300 million. Etoso mi ensane say yen though I want information ho do bebre na me ba me dibia ba ha say yenya bra ye be kokobi mu no. Yen nyina press conference anima na say simpi so emua obi akumfo say osumasi ana obenten ene courses are loss no dia yenim as a matter of fact ne say $214 million to $300. And if in kitahudi as anwuma ko mienu we any bar rock ediye inti point number 3 ne say ye de krata akoma Mr Speaker motion akoma Mr Speaker say ye pese ye bipartisan parliamentary inquiry me kan we twi mu a ye pese parliament senior ye no amaya hodo nyina mu no parliament sinkonwa na mpanimfo akukudama ewo sansem we hu nimdie etena se na enyumaku ahodo ekodi se adwa na ombo ka no ye nto nsamfrɛw enkrata ahodo a ewu mu a wo se banyina no ye fresh ankrata ni na ye ntoto oma no ye bewie no ye behu nipa na se babia sa eka no ifri bae na mpo kwan e be fa so a ye kɔ ye nimu a saa de no ensibium no yetumi ahyehye saa nhyehyɛ no ɛtɔso nan ene ka se enkomo a yedi no se benya agro ena yedi ena nye npp&ndc agro ena yedi ade a se ye mmue ye ni anhwɛ anso ano ntemu a ade papa npp aban de ba ya nke be koso aboa Ghana economy no ebeba be ye ohaw mo e de ama ye nsɛm nan a ye kan o press conference no asini.
All right. There generating public interest pa eka say about $214 million.
I can call $300 million by the end of 31st December.
And December let's say
$300 million. Yes.
Then a who say a cabinet aba. Yenyantie say yes IMF for na ekaye. Then IMF for Gina so the kaye tia Gina so mo de kan say e kana be say omutumi nsora kekenka say Goldbod mabo kase e den ni nyina so IMF Gina so de kan yenti a mo so mo Gina so e de yam central for nhyiemu no
edi kan ma mentro de yenti a ye central for nhyiemu no in the first place I can first issue no say e 214 to 300 so be kai IMF for Ghana December be 5 no mo wie 5th review no omo wie ye no mo publish a review report. Me a ranking member of the Committee on the Economy. Made me a copy of the report no buy. Me church on yama bibre wom. No mo publish a report no. Ena central for ni bi eko yi sa part no say Ghana boka $214 million. Omo publish ye pe ena ban ema enyuma ko mienu no issue statement. We a statement a Goldbod for issue here. Ena we a statement a Bank of Ghana for issue here. But if for no ahwe for be statements too ni na em say date also ye be November be 17 to say den and omo issue sa statement we say Goldbod for statement a omo issue ye no omo say Goldbod e make loss bia no omo ntia say nkofo ke can say Goldbod e make loss Bank of Ghana for statement a omo issue ye no almost say omo expect to say by the end of the year no ombe make loss. In fact, uti omo bro from say a speculative. Nature say aban through say human community no to deny their IMF report no aka. Ti no na ma yen be press conference basis so dia say obi antumi na da obi a okromaze. Already no a loss of so if say 214 kra a page ko be 300 na fi ma me fa nkom. We a copy of IMF report no. Faith review report no.
Okay.
What up be cover page no.
Okay. All right.
I feel be page 51. Conform you no be signature shase. Page 51.
51. Perform you know Dr. Kessel Atoforsen, MP Finance Minister.
Yes.
And after Dr. Johnson Pandit, Esiama, yes. Governor Bank of Ghana.
Omo you know almost signing letter of intent IMF reporting.
Okay.
Now IMF mpenimfo no mo ba once so we a member of IMF it say eku ye nyina ekodom bi obi ya de nsika kakra ko na ukọ ahokyere mu a wo ye member of ku no watumi asere ku no say eku no moa enti as a member of the ku no afie bia no eku no mpenimfo ba okurom behwe won kratam ye friend article for consultation and the program only program on ba behwe won kratam but so program to say the ECFA and the omo review nti we review etosu num yen ye wa ban mo no mba ye review sem se be miensa aban we buy no ma ye review sem se be mienu we na etosu num omo ba finance ministry Bank of Ghana aban ni nyuma kwa hudo nyina mukobie mu nkrata mu de mom we page 3 mpanimfo na di report na nim ye ye freba ko Vitaly Kramarenko Eda Bakuye Gulam Chabet, say the discussions took place in Accra during September 29th to October 10th. The mission team met with President Mahama, Minister of Finance Kessel Atoforsen, Governor of the Central Bank Johnson Esiama, and other senior officials. It also engaged with the representatives from various government agencies, the private sector, and development partners. In fact, young Parliament say, "Omba bishiaye, any yedi nkomo." Inti we biye wunkra temu nyina de kyerɛw. Ombeje o Excel sheet o spreadsheet ni ade omo no mpanifo betina wedi nkomo omo wi a na omo aye omo analysis ti omo ne mutena ho ya analysis ni wi ye na omo say gold dwedie na between Bank of Ghana any a friend is saying Goldbod modi no ya boka in the first 9 months na ya boka $214 million omo di share krata anem no mpanifo mienu a omo de omo pen Esayase, Finance Minister Kessel Atoforsen, any governor of the Central Bank. Ti ban say na fi all of a sudden, abana dane ne ho se opeso ka kire and say bibia enkoso. Obi amoka. And nunti ne say no problem. Ye ntwetwe no say Sreni Abasa. Parliament ensin kunwa under parliamentary inquiry. Ye mfrem panimfo nyina ne mfa ho krata, ye information bibre but ye nyimi say a responsible say ye best ati ebua obi kumfo wa bra yenye saa inquiry no eno nti no yensi nkonwa na yehwene na mame nkan protocol ano the IMF kan no o say ukan paragraph in fact first one o kan no paragraph 36 odi kan ma diagram any losses ne ade nyina o say in 2025 through end quarter 3 na che say abedu September no losses matis empenifo ni bi say enye loss economic cost policy cost the brofo ni nam ho IMF ni say losses from artisanal and small scale mining door gold transactions component of the gold for reserves program have reached $214 million, mostly on trading losses but also on Goldbod off-takers fees, where paragraph 36 of the IMF document our finance minister and the governor signing. Omuye no paragraph 56 now. Or say losses from the domestic gold purchase program and Goldbod's activities should not be borne by the central bank. Now say so far gold for reserve program MPP are buying the buy now. Abra who train buy na yesi kasem so te Dr. Baumia di ani mai abane decided say yemfa cedis enter gold, enter Bank of Ghana. Now they see this to gold to Bank of Ghana. Yes, see gold no in dollars. Into your reserves na be kosro. Na nkampo se opese o ton gold ni bi na de nya dollar. Sabre na ye nya dollar no. When nya dollar. Sa gold for reserves part no. Ye chemi no ye wo de tofi large scale miners no ho. E bia Anglo Gold Newmont ni ade. Any ye wo de ye tofi artisanal small scale miners no. IMF ehwe nkrata ni mo no mo say ni aye tofi small scale miners ne ho no. Aboye ka $214 million in the gold for reserves program. Over 56 now, or say sa losses no, free domestic gold purchase, sa part no. Any gold board for any maybe or more no. Enisa Bank of Ghana, ye mo so sa kano. Na e was say aban no transparently or develop a clear and time-bound strategy for scaling down on the program. Na kano wetumi every ho. Osan kokrata ni mu bebre there's a deeper maybe omo risk analysis no. Omo chirem say na ade aye boa yen pa any sa gold prices when him say ene gold bo be $4,400 an ounce. Abra nyankopon sum by baumia daema or this program we buy no. Na gold bo be $1,700 an ounce. Nene uncertainties be we are seeing in 19 ama gold bo akosro. Yeah. Report me say adverse scenario analysis page 43. I'll say gold is the country's largest export and the main source of foreign exchange. Omobogana koko say a drop in gold prices. Example related to an easing in geopolitical and trade tensions or a shift in global monetary policy will reduce export earnings and terms of trade with ensuing macro-financial and balance sheet ramifications for Ghana. Mami nchile mu wichibo. Osi enadia eso Ghana economy ni mo pa no. Gold bo. Na gold ene ye largest foreign exchange earner ene. Na ye nhwe ye. Na se niema ama gold bo akodu 4,400 no. Se esoti wo wiase na gold bo begina bibie gina. Na che se ye solve problem bi awa ha. Ye ba be see that them. So obeka ya answer na report we be ba no. Abra abane the budget ba 2026 budget no. Ye debate no. Dom kuma no asem we ka kire aban say mun sisa ejuma nkasa mo ka asem ba be ye 24-hour economy na mo say na mo answer to economic issues. Mo ba ye no mo nya ho hwe. Demom ye program dada ye de ba na mo atu ni din foforo. E na mo ye na mo pompe dollars no because gold price cost na yen hwe yie ene se ye pompe na se dollar no ba form ana se seed na ho odin pagya na obi kotade na eswatia ye nyina eye de na moment kire se wa solve problem no wa fedro na obi pia ba form yen hwe yie na ochina no price no so tia ya nsan ya man bisi ye dade ma se mo yen kan no be early November eno na IMF for ekucha banti we ni yegina so aye say enuanom yem pepre ye ho ye nko ba bia nkofo abra information bebre yem pepre ye ho na emo yenye parliamentary inquiry Mr Speaker ni yi majority leader ni minority leader ni mpanimfo wo hu nimdie yensi nkonwa na yemfra mu ni nyina mra krata bia we wo krata we wo ho obi di bia abra mi anye we na mbegina so wo original no febra ni yenkom ye behu ni ayaye wo artisanal small scale mining ho a ama ya boka sabre bi be $300 million e kwan be na sa aka no bae na den ni betumi aye aso ano ntia no nkomo a yedi na ye hwe nim se Mr Speaker ebetina konwa ni mu a obe ema parliamentary inquiry na baso na details aye wo nyina no ye de aba wonom so a e hye om nse nyina no ma ba ho aba be yeden abi yi oma no sa na ye chichiri ni ma wo memu ase
Kojo ye hwe obi ote akiri se mia meti akiri menu anom ewa ha obi ohwe ye wo fie ane bebi o obi ano se me di dwa me se maboka eba ne se na me boka e se etumi hu ade potinti a me boss aka no ye ka sei ya boka 214 se de na mo ka no
eko
300 eye eto na ye to no ne ye boka baby ye to afreni de ebo kan free ye ana ebedu ye ho na ye kwa koton no ana ye bo ka no ehifa ana sa kan free baye
meba ho na American catch us in fitiase na ban no try say obedada yen say ye mo ka bia eno nti na ma ye san ba be ye sa press conference yeah press conference ni we na ban no san ba back so e ka we cry o say first no say e ka bia ni ho ye mo ka bia ye na ban no san ba be em say on be issue statement say 214 million is swasing a car emra besin bi kono ye boy figures on the better abontin sa ada no say enra on ba be kire figures ni mu afi enra on man fa figures bi amba because sa figures no better abontin say ye bo car so sin sa e wo gold for reserves program mu emra ba besin ko e wo Bank of Ghana po enye no kore yes in fact anope me ba na me kan Professor Esuming or University of Ghana o question no baba bi ya no o say aban ni nyai so person dada Ghana for say e ka bia mai na on ka no kore say e ka aba e ka ba fie na question ya will be say ye nhunu ba bia e ka no efiri e baaye ne osomesi ana obintin ye ya aman ya boka 300 million na ye ntumi nso ano $300 million and na osisi a 3 billion cedis etumi si agenda 111 be dumienu enkwala ya wie school ya mpempempempem epe adwuma enno na me kan story se teacher for se den be implementation ya o se ntua o mka na ye ntua o ma o be demonstration 3 billion cedis betumi atua o mka nurse for a ka kire o se be mom automatic posting o ka ya president Mahama campaign o ka kire o se o be mom automatic posting nti o nto aba mom sa 3 billion no e betumi am financial clearance for mo adwuma mu enti aban ni nyai se or they as a press conference ni PR gimmicks no etuetu ankofo ka se o mo be ka se bibia anko so no de emo bia na mom no mo nyintum se ya boka $300 million na question na wo bisa no yetumi bisa sa question ne se na ba ne sen ye boka $300 million e den hihye na ye ama ade ana first ye mo hoka gold for reserves and by the way utie aban ne spokespersons ni bia on person hye da akosesa enema bi ayen kan ho asem befra no mo ka so akra na aka enra me ame ofa Eric Opoku Agric Minister nkola no ba ko dada ne se on be ka se PMMC boka $460 million 2024 menim se o kan sa asem na o kan
me kan ba me hu se nyama bi o ye interview
yes nkola no ba ko dada ne se on be ka se PMMC boka for se 400
Jonyo no akasa as obi a watere ma se bedwo ma twa wo so ehunu no obi na be dada ho arikopoku se
me akasa be ofa enkola de ba ko no ka che na hwe ye aban no de ekoso nyina yini we kasa ya we kofre we ma we information
but when the ka che arikopoku se onye yi
na mesre se asem we aba no asem no mfiti ase ni ti wo bia obi ba be kan asem a che se kokase ni hwe yi by the time we be no di agra woni mbegu ase PMMC uko mo nkrata mu a 2023 on make profit 10 million Ghana cedis 2024 no kra omuko ka che me offer ko poku so ombe ka se o make loss no o make profit 178 million cedis correct state interest and governance authority SIGA4 report o correct SIGA4 report we page 24 ewu ewie former MD of PMMC na newa obe babontin the details ni na aba ti abani yai se as o pese o ye comparison bi se na loss wa ha na wakofa we abeka ho na onyintum se ya boka $300 million e wo gold dwedie ho na fi question na obisa se ne ko ba asen no sa question no yetumi atena se na ya answer sa question ye nse na maka to ye information bebe gold no se amansan dwa no so ye ton $100 a ye wo first ne wo nkofo in the value chain na eto gold no fiti minus no ho ne de akwa amansan dwa so enti nipa na oji gold no wa brochiri $100 no or the sikabema obi a na ye friend no exporter of Ghana usually exporters no more so aggregators say onto gold no ebedu ho na $100 so aggregator na exporter no ono so describe am obi a friend of buyer ti buyer for no be ko ti say oboase ne takwa ne keka na do gold buying offices for ho ansa no mo mine gold na nkasa nti ade na $100 no ye to afi mine no ho a ye to no at a discount utimi
yeah
ye to no at a discount ye to no raw amansen dwa so price no because first of all gold na be a dust and a blade and a slate no yen asen wie ye ma wonim say ye ahi purity say 99% purity say 98% purity nti first one or turn at a discount nti ade e be 100 no e bia nipa or turn or mines ni mo no be turn be 98 utemi
tipa
na dealer no hye mfimfin
yeah
any aggregator no ono ne de da so baako nti ebedu amanse dwa so na akoye be 100
yeah
and ne bisa wo say gold na omudi ni nyina ma bawa rock ekuo baako na otono at a discount and I say otono at a bonus me say afina parliament e be sin konwa enti me nyina nkra ne mu ntutu nkra ne ye wo information bebre but me ma clue nia ye tono wo aha enne na ya chichiri ni na ama ekuo baako so no na ontono first of all aban ayemra say Goldbod nkohwe nkonkoto Goldbod say we appoint self financial aggregator baako ono na ye de Ghana sika man say onkoto gold bisa won say otono at a discount and otono at a bonus or to amani pakro bonus and I say otono at a discount yewia Goldbod nankasa won service fees obeji or na saying fees obeji we are ansa na gold no aba Bank of Ghana akachi Bank of Ghana eba na kachi a rate ben eno de access gold no na mpo so kasa obe convert into forex a sika obinya no ebe so sika ya spend e de ato gold na ase enso pacho what they are making us me nyina nkran ne muntutu nkran because na amaka chona afina parliament e ba be sin konwa ne akoni na mu any who details ni na
wo kasa bia wo kan se bi se ye pese aban no agitum se waboka $300 million na fe ogitum se wi a na ya hwe se ehefa ne ka no efiri bae Goldbod ne aban so kire se me moka me am me di dwa no me se me moka for instance
o maka che IMF se o maboka
okay for now yeah woman kan kire Ghana for so maboka
me buy no me buy no me the IMF krata finance minister and governor signature chassis page 51 Dr. Kesela Atofos Minister for Finance Dr. Johnson Pandit Esiamo signature na chassis and IMF was stamp so maka ni na akire so o maka kire IMF say o maboka IMF akachire wiase nyinara se Ghana buy am aso ate se o maboka 240 million
okay
na se o mokoye press statement bro se o momoka eno na ukurem
enye press statement per se se ono no say meba meba ono no say omoka
meba o sabotre o
se ono no say omoka
sabotre
and na wo so se waboka
enye me na me say sabotre
enye I'm not referring to you as a person
no dey sabotre ma
as a person
me tumre ma kire osie
say
we kura IMF document
good
and I say signatures here was me dey akire wo kura na wo kan dey
finance minister and governor
and I say o ma catch IMF ma IMF sa document we say IMF publish it to IMF board we are say IMF shareholders need directors countries say IMF nyina o ma publish a catch rom so o ma boka $240 million me tumra akire osie na wo say obi si o mo ka no pa cho e dey document a
meba ye ne obakasa enura kra Nurudin Abbas right enura obafie ha ama ye disasem hu nkomo ama ne kan say wo mo boka se de ababonti amoyo press conference no ento mo so adi nchechemu aba a ekire say omo mboka bia for as we speak
Nurudin Abbas okay
as we speak wo mo yin to mo so maboka ye ka say abanti na wo ka say Professor Suman wo kan the document bia o say abani yin to mo so waboka mo so mo say abana boka entini se abana boka mpampa de a ene na de entie ye se abana boka $300 million no enu nie eye say ntina abana boka enti se abana anya ntumu de a monka na mo na banji tumu de a mo beka
yenkaza Patriotic me catch us a press conference. Na say can say call for parliamentary inquiry. Asem we embe settle no studio how. Obi a feel say asem we say better na studio ha say aba settle. Na nipa kro ne sebi. Na dwumo ha. Asem we nya sama ye kogina ase ho na ya ba be ka say me say wo say me say wo say dabi. Metumira kire usie. Anya gbe na ye di okrom ha o. Ghana for sika $300 million. Ye di aboka. Na see ye for parliamentary inquiry. Me the IMF document a kyerɛw say what catch IMF what sign ase e ma IMF for publish say what boka 214 million. But me rashi emua okumfo ye nkotena parliamentary inquiry ase so bible mu dinsie ne so all the documents contracting ade nyina na ye interrogation one by one obi say yes Nurudin Abbas say omomboka na Nurudin Abbas say omomboka me dey fam
Goldbod penny other Goldbod and akasa kasa omomboka
o ka say o ka Nurudin Abbas and man bone
yes
incident document na
meba
crowd
Sami Jamfina tina news file so akasa omomboka
no problem
meba said ya wo ka no said ya wa kan say IMF document ni anya hwe kro na anya hwe omuso nya document ni bi akenkan omo ya aware of it and omo say omomboka.
Me say eno nye problem.
Eti say no omomboka no. E pese hu say e ka no mabo no say IMF de na mogina so de ka fine. IMF for to be chire mu say e bia e ka 240 million no mabo no. Ai e ke ka 300 million.
Problem ba kokora.
Yen IMF for ye hunu ni say because IMF for an kan transfer. Ye hunu ni say e bia Goldbod e ye say internet kan ba ye. Bank of Ghana e ye say internet kan ba ye. I am before to be clear the code potting into ya. I can buy.
How much? Na the American show no went yana.
Enyamen kwana meeting time say be
okay. Mami san kan kire obi.
Okay.
Mami fan ko paragraph 36 first of all. Almost say in 2025 artisanal and small scale mining gold transactions component of the Gold for Reserves program. They are yetofi small scale miners hono make mau key be say ye sidi ni na ma company back Bower Rock ono no handle ono na aban edi sika ma no ono na Bank of Ghana sika no ye de ma na say onkoto na oto a or the aba Goldbod so a charging the fees first of all no oto at a bonus utie me on turn at a discount or turn at a bonus oyo the aba Goldbod the omo fees ene o ma saying cost at so if we are fees and assaying cost no ni na Bank of Ghana cow if we are fee na Bank of Ghana eba best seno at a rate Bloomberg mid rate enuru sa rate we say what about say good obi biara otie yin bia no obebisa no say se ne yere kwa kotọ ade ukrum no kotọ ade no 15 ebeton no 10 a omoka
oboboka
good meba na me point ni yen they are requested for ye nyina nkran ne mu ntutu nkran ne maka just say mo ye mbesete wo studio ase they are requested for a parliamentary inquiry nti obi bia o feel so wo view bia o say since I hear press conference no me nkasa because me person litigate assembly in the court of public opinion they be kwakotna committee nanim na ya control it one by one obi bia o feel so wo information bia ho na obeba document a ukra say document here ekra me yemfa ne say they are making me boa and I'm bet now studio na me am print me document na make obere hu and unti ne call committee of inquiry na document ko na kan obere tender official source of the document no committee ne be check it ye be hu no kura wo nti obi bia o say o information bia ye ne obi an argue
on famra
obi a nti obi an support parliamentary inquiry ni say a good idea yen call parliamentary inquiry no obi an fa ne de
dia okay kan
Goldbod mra ne say Goldbod ni oman bia ye contract obi a ye contractor e say sa contract ni na ye publish one contract ni bi one bia na
well me hwehwe nti bi ne ahuni
Bower Rock na unimpo say company bi o ho ane from sa ye na be ka kire mo ye nan si bibi so aye mba me ka sa
ati sa Bower Rock ye beba ho
meba enu nti no so mu nyina apia say ho na Bower Rock na beba anamboa e ho na contract na ama o nko an o mutumi aggregate artisanal small scale mining gold no e beba because to ehun bi
and chechiremu a wo de aba
publishing and there was enye chirechiremu emra no se publish won publish here e me chirechiremu ye committee n'anima say all the contract no beba na nyina ya kan bi ana wo pese wo be kan bi
that kind pa
good nti e be committee n'anim
Kojo dey okay kan here about artisanal small scale miners no e dey say ye twifo die na ye twi program dey be say ma ya hwe 40 dey okan na se a anka betumi abo e dey pot na am for kan fa sa you know how can come broadcast say
almost say gold for reserves what we say time about me and the domestic gold purchase program by na ejina 9 years so sabre no ma men kai weti for ne wahwefo abakosem kakra sabre no na yakwa ahokyerem ma ye dollar supply e wo fom utie me enti dollar yehia e de akra fan wo ne ne mafia amanone no ye nibi enti ne o problem and answer you fears about importing oil. 2 na ye dollar no esu aninti no eso te inti na ye forex your problem with forex and sana say your friend is saying Moody's ni Standard and Poor's ni ade ombe assess wo economy a ye hwe wade bi a ye say usika da ho ye sen ye call account mo usika da ho ye sen potoka say my friend no gross international reserves it will be crown power to me net international reserves your reserves na wo form inti the ayura baomia Emma, if you say any say, yen started a DB friend domestic gold purchase program. Ghana and Ankasa, yen facility into gold. Na yen fa gold nko kan ya reserve no ho. Ye de kan reserve no ho ye kan yisike da ho ye be kan ye gold ye gold ye na kan ho no. Ne assessing in dollars. Abe this program ne buy na ne kese na Ankasa no. Ye tofi large scale miners no ho. Newmont ne ho ahwan ne ade. Large scale miners no wo to gold ni free om ho a. Omo Ankasa ye om assaying. Omankasa yo processing this issue of I was say you tua bonus and san omaton gold na mine bi no enti bo a wo benya from gold a wo to large scale miners no ho no e wo ba bi e wo se wo jaye no na ka se wo ba beto small scale gold miners wa first of all wo koye no se wo say also man bonus and san no de amount ana me boa woman ade ana nka small scale first you turn a discount no say we say we turn at a bonus who could dida ade the first near turn 200 we say 200 no to area just say to nipa we to ade no afi ne ho no bonus 20 discount into wo kai ahe say 220 so wo balance ade na wo turn no eye 200 a wo be boka na wo boka be 20 me say first no near top the bulk of it if you large scale miners ho and na ban we buy wasesa na on sesa no what ma say o sesa na wie ye no
wasesa no
na so we aware so wasesa no
e be meaning
oh come on eja kwa na dey na we unti krom ha na aban no bisa no so and the Goldbod and the Goldbod and the Goldbod when krom say
so o cap Goldbod na me say we say wasesa no from so ye to large scale minus no
me say the bulk of it the majority of it near to large scale
say Newmont no money
yes say the majority of it no more 12 small scale for no
okay
and no cramp no match chira ma adwuma ko baako
na no fom so wo ho
why now refer to some of the programs me pese me litigate masem wa say company na branko for start bisa company no ho asem no aban chire mu ne say tete no na company no auto gold Emma aggregators oma aggregation akese no na emom obi epon ne say obema aggregator license no aggregator bi a unqualified aggregator na kwala na ono no koto gold every aggregator ono pe no qualify
criteria be no mre to sabre no for you say obetumi to gold
ni na be ba wo
omo kan say obi insurance omo fa insurance
inquiry ni na be ba wo inquiry ni
sa no ma nchechema mo de aba
ni na be ba wo inquiry ni mo
nchechema mo de aba no
na me say be ba wo inquiry ni
say answer na beto gold na ma ye
be ba wo inquiry
say ochibi ni obi obobo chidom say insurance
be ba wo inquiry ni
ma yen a
be ba wo
inquiry
be ba wo inquiry
nti enye mra kwan ya beto for so de atom
inquiry ni mo
not until say be ba no e say otubi nya ho empopoi kakra
omo na echirim ye say ye pe inquiry under the inquiry no they are the one akan afi wo the your friend is saying document of the criteria na beba wo the so say German companies be 30 na apply old aggregators no say then be 30 na apply but be unqualified na o ma bofra ba ko no supply om no ona wa qualify no so wo the ni na beba ana mebo wo de beba e ho na wo de ba yin na ye be go through it but maka cho say me njina nkran ne mtutu nkran ne me be litigate ade a ye ba be we enquiry no me ma be litigate wa say
na onipa na ye ba be ye enquiry na fa no ho no a chirichiri mu say yes ya ba be to ade no ye ne say ansa na ye be ma on kwa ma auto special ice so de abre ye no ye hwe kwan say ubenya obi obobo chidom obama nsechi ba obe guarantee di amount as an insurance company insurance and as bibi etisa say de be ya ekoba say wontumi an ye say wo ye no a insurance no e di sika be man no aba be je firi wo nchen enti bra wo mo ye ne saa no edumekuo be ye mienu miensa bi na ka wanka wo betumi eduru hu no wo mo ni saa insurance ne sanhye no so enu ti ene edum si nchen na as we speak ikura no wo mo tumi akọ rectify a wo mo ma ho kwan a wo mo so ahyase so wo mo ebetobi
wanka se wo mo so ahyase etobi wankasa
okane say
wankasa
okane say
ose asad na no ba akopɛ na mienu na aka no ɔmo sika through Bower Rock na Bower Rock ni disca ma o na de na wo kan no I've seen it on your phone
no me phone say enanum nsam na ɔka Kojo yi enanum nsam na ɔka Kojo ti enanum nsam
me no argue wa ha o
enanum nsam na ɔka enanum nsam ɔka na begina so edi bi sa
wasam me no argue wa ha enti san nsam wo nyina no nipa kra wo ɛho ancestors no so beba ana oma obeba inquiry na ba bi ya no na yeso other alternative eyi a yewo no ye de ato na ni
na ko se ko se ebia sa inquiry say wo kan wase
214 million to 300 million dollar e kana ya bo no ase ewu hia
da bi o ka sa me no nya adwene
ewu
hia me
good
pa na so me nyina so nka se ewu hia me ni ntino sa se bi wo ho se bi
sa no problem
e se se mu bi to ba do bi so to ti ase aha e na me bi sa say yemfa ne say obi for instance yemfa bi ti say bra PDS ye say asese enye nsechi ba betumi abose na be ya adwuma ko ba gige esika no ye betumi enye esika back ye tumi anya ne say de say ye no sika no kodi ba bi abapem ye nsantumi nkan enti hu bi penti na abose we dey in the background na ordinano ato nchen enti no the accident no e bi ehwe kwan say adwuma ku oba beto gold na ma ye no e so tumi nya adwuma nsechi ba bi a ebetumi ata na chi wonyine sa nukra betumi aboa ma aboma no sika ho ban esense be betumi agya bia ye bi keke
dia wo kan mi nka ho asem
da bi mi bisa
na me say I'm not going to litigate ansem no
that me bisa
wo right say we bisa
so say adwumakuo na ono nko a
me say wo right say we bisa na me say me so wo right say me you ano dia me catch on say we mu nyinara a issues a ye dey ba inquiry nanim tiempre wo ho ye beduru ho mesra nyankopon so ma wo nkwa oma me nkwa oma yina nkwa ebeduru ho ye duru ho a criteria ko a more establishing no somebody be bane akom wonim say for example eno ana metie opening back analysis or say eden emra enema eho kwan say yenkukuru Bank of Ghana sika no wo a ye de ama o second akoto no yenkukuru Bank of Ghana sika no ma wo na wo so no wo de ama obi foforo so no na onkoto meanwhile the competitors nyina wo se omo de omo ko bank ne ade nkoje besia meanwhile sika wo de man no zero interest rate e dey mmra e na ma ho kwan na mmra na wo musa na am so pani me no de me ni answer ba ye ko inquiry na nimu a panifo na yes na omo ba se be bisa wo no ma yia no tempre wo ye de ye press conference ye message su nema 9 ye kan one obi obeka che say ye mbo ka bia oboa ya boka 214 million asad now be 300 million two e ka no enye se obi na ebo ni timu aka aban na nkasa na de ne sahye krata ase edema IMF mpanimfo se eyedwedi efi Bank of Ghana ni Goldbod ene boss aka ye kra ya catch se adwuma ko ba ko kan we friend Bower Rock ono na ya chichiri bibi ade ama no na practices aye koso ene nsisan ye o masesa between old program ni new program no edimu akotene number 3 ye say ye pese ye co parliamentary inquiry nanim obi biara a wo ho krata contractor wo some publisher o mo publisher ye ntia wo tia aka chem say we say we actually mu say no obi a de beba obi a de ne contract no ba because committee of parliament no you are the powers of a high court to subpoena the attendance of witnesses to compel the production of documents into to make say me say what the document
say okay say metia na me ka say you wo say metia na me ka say we see ya onipa na me ka say mo de afa no ho no e dia bi say question no enyo bi hunu You be a wabamu.
Many problem.
And you obi so a Goldbod no down.
Many problem.
And no cancer.
Many problem.
Question you baby sir. Na numu some obeka.
And the document no one be.
The other mommy say we IMF
exactly.
And I will say or mass sign. And I may say
and I make us say the nipa ne can one the document ni be.
The document be sir.
Nipa o catch or say or insurance guarantee. Now or criteria been me patch or insurance guarantee ni criteria no we be ana.
Science say be a document say the other
day. And I may be say
me hu bi.
Oh, until I make catch or say until inquiry anymore. Yen the documents we nyinara. Ebe to any NDC phone MPP phone Mr Speaker ni.
Enti mu gidi so mo qualify ba for no mo qualify.
TV ni ade nyina be ho. Ye de nyina be go ho. Afi de ewom ni de enim. Ye nyina ye besesin ho. Ya mpre ho kra.
Kojo ye hwe wo can say be about Onunyanfo Eric Opoku. Ye be san go back to wo kakra. Wo so can say
PMMC making loss $460 million.
Okay. Sisi am producer Kagu Masum say sansam na wo kan no enye saneti enti wo so wasani e video bi enti prince video na wo say yes aka na
one story on CTFM
enti wo de o see video say any video de yentie yenhwe de o kan
e be san dey appreciate mbacho what was say enti hwa 2024 hwe de see 2024 no last year san na ba office no gold ya to ya de reserve ni nyina na ye 45.3 tons 45.3 tons so 45.3 tons at that time na the value $3.1 billion 3.1 billion dollars artisana you know say PPMC operation mo ton free
that be mo ton free
it 3.1 billion 2024 no Bank of Ghana a report to say a car your boy as a result of Niama Machiro no 4.84 billion Ghana cedis
for $3.1 billion
dollars a car your boy no 4.84 billion Ghana cedis now 4.84 billion no so we use a net exchange rate so would they 10.8
yes.
Because and bank rate near 10.8 nyanta bank interbank here 10.5 na bank for the 3 account here 10.8
sure.
So you see 10.8 no cry around $460 million 2024 and no your car gold for reserve no a bottle ho obi what must say there $460 million but and it so back where woman say your boka $460 million now your gold 3.1 billion at the year so when year gold book sro near see a cotton sike benya no e so a betu atua we see ayede every hono anamewa but in the books there a sign reporting mechanism of Bank of Ghana omisu interbank rate you know sa loss we and omu show here now NDC about power you introduce Goldbod. Now, my background to the introduction of Goldbod. In 2016, President Mahama now also took one call India. Now, Okoye program be your honor. Gold for reserve no a bottle ho. Obi, what must I say there? $460 million. But, and it has so back where woman say your boka $460 million. Now your gold 3.1 billion at the year. So when year gold book sro near see a cotton sike benyano a swan between a we see a day every honor.
Tiawa said ya na walk na or can be say
be saboteur into the American and Ukraine and Ukraine.
Saying
say or say about $460 million.
Or born a year bank 220
also 2024.
Okay.
Arameboa
2024.
And I'm kind omo a friend say omo report actually me say na wie na kwesi area.
Oh no be chiri.
Obeba be mamo details ni na cigar report e wom 178 million
and for so many
CDs profit.
Okay.
Enti try don't rush from there. Enti they are me offer e kan any evidence no ebebra evidence no cigar report and cigar report no crampo NDC abans apen so and omo issues our report no o make profit of 178 million cedis. It is asem dan. Number 2 uti ya no say 2016 ɛna President Mahama na ɔkɔ India na no person me gold for reserve what here eh na mpacho da ben na obi ti wo krom ha say 2016 President Mahama na ɔsɛ ɔbɛ gold for reserve o what here enya no kure NDC aban 2013 na ebedu 2016 na omunya currency pressure omenya solution back to the currency pressure yen ba 2017 abedu 2020 na niema mu eda krojin 2020 yen ho kire yen afi currency pressure start by no by 2021 ena Dr. Mahmoud Baumia introduce domestic gold purchase program. In fact, that will introduce you know, manfa copy of speech number. So who his speech now? Bank of Ghana penning for airborne abaso. Say atena kwem have it in 1957. Ebesi ne. Adie we yen share that my drink course. Na die we a wo de aba no. Ebe transform the Ghanaian economy. In fact, on the 19th of August 2024, ye ko Cape Coast. Baumia speech opa me send o copy say o producers no. Send am for send o video say bon. Ma me send o video say bon.
But be producers and send
Send me for aname boa.
Enti tie o ka say me nkofo a na you are referring to me as a
I know the
Kojo adwuma no ni adwuma no enti obi fofo na kan sa anka enya me ba wo ni adwuma ne say as a host of the show
me worry ma send the video ama o producer
thank you
obi mpe me a me nua so no te say wa ono so mo my 19th of August 2024 Cape Coast na me gina obi and Dr. Baumia chair gold for reserves program ni cover by so obi be catch na say President Mahama na 2016
odwene ho a
enye no correct remember another example Goldbod nhihye na omo aye no so obe kai abrom de ba parliament a ye ho adwuma no ye catch am say one mon kano kre say ye domestic gold purchase program ni e de buy no eno na mo pese mo to aso na mpo no kra mo ye den mo de kwanim o kano kra wungu but two adie bi amoye no edi nsunsun so bone bebre den adie mo de regulator functions any commercial operator functions no mo de abom ahye adwuma ko ba ko ase na yesre mo nyado enka mo nchem adentia because PMMC no na a commercial entity ya hye no dwetre se onkoto gold enton diamond nkeka ne ade no nya mfaso mfemre Ghana emrana mo de buy no mo se mo te ne bobre so from commercial entity to public corporation no enye so oba be adwuma enya mfaso otumi boka e de bre aban na mpo na ban be man sika saa time no mo se be 270 million dollars so on fento gold asema ya catch am ne say na gold na yemfa Ghana sika eneto abrofo yi discover ne anani scanning to see this ne dey atone dey send there and then na fi person dey Ghana sika na enso akwan teacher for ne ade wo person dey no ene koto na uye ne sa na dey no fra regulatory function na ya ye catch us ube boka videos ni na ube boka
nti
ye kan na ban say omo na omo doso Ghana
producers wo fa nti ma wo fa
mami land wie no mre sabotre mami land
nti awam na wo fa ba
ye no aban ne sin ya de obeden obetie e no call ahead na why say anhihye we ya ene ono aye regulator ono aso a commercial operator na regulator no ono no obi ye bone e wo so otia no obi a oye bone a wo ko tia no ye tia no bonus obi a wo say obesmoggle we be some say denti na omutua bonus na say to avoid smuggling na obi a onya smuggling obeye a wo pese wo tia no ye tia no bonus to be wie na obetua no bonus wo be charge o service fee no say ni ade be wo be wie be do Bank of Ghana ho world market price me dey obi animo be wie no bonus afi wa boka na no ne ye kase wo dey any problem ye nko singunwa ne nko into details
okay
obi mu asem no ne poma sibre
wo fa wa homa no so erikopoku
that's fine
honorable machi honorable erikopoku machi honorable erikopoku ti me ka me machi o me say wanti yanka oti yanka nanka wose owo anuye ba ko mienu mensa bi ewo nkomona yedi no nam se wonyama na homa no atom ananka yenti do obeka na fe memra kwadwo so na ona boti me ka machi
majo so minia
yo yeda sipi ni wo mre na no pafi chapa nso
Afi committee afi the senior HON den.
What for na Kojo Opong Nkrumah na waka say wo se wako cancel bi a yes na tie enti wo se 2016 na mapani mahama say wo ko India no eba na adwunum say esisi etumi to gold ne nema na nya no kore na no achi so na ka bi na wo se eda ho no sa ka ne nya no kore say PMMC for enya fa so over 100 million Ghana cedis 178 million Ghana cedis wo 2024 wona samna nya no kore na wo ka
Yo mini amame na wase na menchia me ofa se Kojo so
ofa mejuso
aso bibia boko de
bro nye mantu nka ba me ho
everyone me can say ofa se intelligent e anka tro
de mantu
okay ba me say we can say maximum me kan ye no enie na ni nyina nso e recorded e video me say gold na ye for reserve na ye no 2024 no Bank of Ghana ebo ho ka $460 million. What Bank of Ghana report to me wo copy na explanation mo de ma me trade ni nyina mu ene say ye to gold no retail price e dis ya de bra wo mo no mo de interbank rate no e check value na short for no ho e dis aka ba ye no ya fa nko she PMMC ya ka say Bank of Ghana ka abe na de the same procedure no ede ka bia ba ye de ko se Goldbod na ye mo Bank of Ghana din. This is my argument. In two tier, Mr. Who you so interbank rate every year Bank of Ghana a car move guni. It's me say and your PMMC and your Goldbod and our car more cano. No me a Bank of Ghana almost transaction retail price and then interbank rate of the second and they can buy. My argument is oh yeah, argument say sikana me can see about aka nya no kra ka say Bank of Ghana amos aka no na me fa ho document report nyina from Bank of Ghana and from Metuja but so ka say me su PMMC and about aka na central bank rate at the kaba and your PMMC ka in fact me wo video me can say some de ko say Goldbod say na ka yan so betimi dia say PMMC o ni nyina wo video ni mu enti mo ba say e ka no ye 4.84 billion Ghana cedis. And we use to current interest exchange rate. So we use to current exchange rate now. Gold for reserve no. A car 2024 Bank of Ghana bought here and which is recorded and reported in their books. Our more explaining say differences in the retail exchange rate from the to gold no and the interbank rate. I think Kojo, this one you know.
Papa, can I respond?
If I tombo, me men a year me de ko any say e kana mo fi abano enye Goldbod na abo e Bank of Ghana as part of the strategy of the implementing of policy no and this I can buy. Now fe oko ka say me say PMMC and abo ka say na wo divert no.
Papa, can I respond?
Me ba jo respond.
Okay, me buy asma me catch Jacob na ni say. Me ame wo fa Eric Opoku obi akoka asama kire no Emma na come up City FM online na report it me too see
and your city for na
mistake and me wo copy wa say the Minister for Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku has disclosed that the Precious Minerals Marketing Company recorded losses of about $460 million in 2024.
So tell me video no.
Recorded $460 million losses in 2024 under the previous New Patriotic Party. Me catch and say, as same way, enya no correct. Now Precious Minerals Marketing Company, omo making profit of 178 million Ghana cedis.
That's right.
That is a matter of fact.
That's right.
Their own can say, Bank of Ghana report say there was a loss of 4.8 billion cedis.
Yeah.
Let's say Eda nyame be adoma yin na be ko inquiry no. We na ebe boa yen. Sa report no ba.
In fact, me sa wo a year request for information. Obi ko requested this information from a Bank of Ghana. Normal responders say amfa and the car we say so.
Sa pepe.
I almost say reason ni na.
Na sa information we nyina ba parliamentary committee na ni.
Then Mama Kojo me ba jo ma to ase ni nyina we ba wo de to ba na tie afen so me sa kan say go for reserve no enya dia Dr. Bawumia na de ba Ghana ma hu say joy for a report to say omo fact check ekre say Dr. Bawumia na de ba me can fidie say Kojo you know say 1960 and Ghana started say you gold reserve e wo Ghana me boa
they are okay we Kasari ma me respond o
and from 1960 you dey go this year 1977 you dey go this year 1980 in fact 1980 crown Bank of Ghana records say na a gold reserve near what 10 tons it is extra say we be can say oh yan gold for reserve near ye bia and say ye bi da e ya dia me capture say extra 1960 enya adefo fra Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na de ba Ghana
over bacho ma mi wa no okay. Abra the gold for reserves program bar in the year 20. In fact, the domestic gold purchase program bar in the year 2021. No, Yanka say Ghana gold reserves are now you won in our time. No, now 8 tons.
Excellent.
Next, let's say Ghana at top gold da from independence. Our time now, not total gold. 8 tons. But of a difference, Nini. Gold that Ghana nya fit independence edi bedu 2021 8 tons na enye under a gold for reserves program wa ye di Ghana cedi eto gold from the network you create here in Ghana in some mechanism no to boost our reserves na ye dia ye ni LBM for eye any London Metal Exchange for any other global platforms way in 2021 when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mooted this idea the idea was that you need forex you need in fact your low reserves says that time HON na Moody's I started downgrading you know and the idea was that they say young first cedis young to gold waha young fam boost your reserves well for no man in 2 years you're moving from 8 tons able 30 tons, an addition of 22 tons in 2 years. And it is a matter of fact to say the gold for reserves program currently being operated. These cities, airto local gold. Now you kind of reserves. Any even the component of it's a gold for reserves. Now it is a product of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the MPP administration as it currently stands.
Over. This is Margaret. What part of Margaret not all right? Me see. Me can was a power say Ghana started to gold say a year reserve as far back as 1960.
But that is not the gold for reserves program we are talking about.
But you say extra you talk gold say the year reserve. Next time I don't want to the talk gold maybe you go reserve. What's the name the gold the year reserve?
Enya the crop we dey need him enya the crop. Enya the crop because for example say kasa strategy we say wo ho any dim enkabra Yewura Mahama be the president first term see the started tanking you know so the strategy we wo ho enko be use
for reserve no 8 tons.
But then you under gold for reserves program.
The
whole structure of the program is very different.
Because Bofukasa Eko Benye reserve. And you know, 1960 reserve year now honorable Opoku Ken. Any the year and saying say and also good for reserve no difference ben and dey
enti se ofa central banks we are seeing nara omo calculate omo reserves na there different components of the reserves titru na be omo foreign exchange omo forex ankasa ansa na to be omo precious metals any commodities na precious metals ni de no ye global platforms to say London Metal Exchange. Oko Luxembourg, you were akasi ni bi wo ho. Enti omine ankasa because your friend is saying forex ni de o chena ho kire wa utumi sesa bi de yade. But to ben say amayaman nyina no. Wo mo top gold ni bi fi global platforms no so. E de back your currency. In fact oko London almost one of the largest reserves of gold to back the British pound. And you're very different from Omaya, one kasa utu gold, ewo umeri. Na ube kasa upe reserves into wako koto omudi ni bidi account yeno, bacho tini. And on 1957, if you say ye bia up until 2021, now your gold reserves are top from those platforms in 8 tons from the global platform.
Ye tofia man on na mo no.
And you say ya dia ye tu. Where was a unique programmer? Abra yeni reserves. Abra yeni forex. Abra na ye ho akire for oil no. Ye decided say ye the cities ebeto local gold. Na ye dia kan ye reserves no ho. Na se womo assess sa gold no in foreign exchange now. One ebema ye gross international reserves no. Aye den imo peja na ye nko that they na ye ni bia ya kwa ma no ne say ye koto gold from the global platforms no so what am I saying? This was a very distinct program na mpacho wofa ye nka senke ya mpa say titini na no na gold for reserves program wo ho ti e ba ne say na program wo ho no ye san launch in 2021 obi anka we number 2 e ba ne say na in 2024 yeah, public programmer, Dr. Baumia, and that's a video that I've given you. Dr. Baumia outlining the whole program, structure and benefits. Obi ambo ho wada. Na NDC babemu na omu use the same programmer, and then the NDC force na program dada.
Facha una ofon so ti wanu sima ni anko.
Yo, ajaba brother wase. Em say, argument no dia me chire mu nyina ne say 1960 no. E hona you started with PMMC no na omudi ye diamond something ye start here na omuta ye pa Nkrumah de sha ye say e wo say ye gold no ye BBC say be ya akina bi say ahochire ba e ba kofa enti ne fair reserve enti 1960 no ye started with 5 tons and ye no kakra by 1980 na ye 10 tons of gold ye gold reserve at Bank of Ghana e di gold ni sie Ghana. You got gold no from London at the bar. In fact, London from Fire gold over her. And I'm going to be there at the coin. If he about 2021, and I'm to gold reserve now, or see a person no more. You never become. I mean, you must say, Ghana, you talk gold in your reserve with the Mona Mobile, Dr. Bamiana, they reserve bar. And I'm saying, Debbie, your records on Chester, your records, Ghana started the gold reserve from 1960. It won't think I saw no woman a day gold reserve for some bar Ghana has it. Now, some gold reserve no crowd, not the buy, you know. 3 years in the intersection, Bank of Ghana, Boka, Kasia. When you now see a captured in Bank of Ghana report, our Bank of Ghana trade will say, the entire amount of Boka can say, almost this kind of money and gold now. You took gold no, and you sue retail exchange rate. Because Bank of Ghana at the dollar normal banks now or rates or them are no banks also do almost the crack and only a discover gold no. It is also gold now the command Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana they call the books one or nobody used to the interbank rates. It will use to your difference number a day abetum say Omaboka. But some losses no and yet agent the same Goldbod no koto gold no and a boka no. And then yet PMMC now or your agent koto gold in a boka no. By a Bank of Ghana operational strategy no and this how can you buy it's a area of press conference there some fee Goldbod akoboka say ya e yetro
Jinawa Pacho Jinawa menko your press conference ayeye no eniema 9 ene ye kan ye yes one Ghana boka $214 million to $300 million 2 e kan fin kitahudia between Bank of Ghana and Goldbod. And then we added a third layer, say Bar Rock Ebekan. 3, you see a parliamentary inquiry to get into the details of this matter. And 4, you see next time, sir, a cow say, babium. Okay. One can say, one can settle a question. And no answer. Pacho, more settle a question. In fact, starting no between Goldbod and Bank of Ghana, also Momoka.
No,
Yes.
Bank of Ghana cancer.
Oh, and what I say, Bank of Ghana statement. Maybe I say, what? Yeah, what time? Bank of Ghana statement. Bank of Ghana statement. May the copy about studio. I say. Yeah, before. Almost statement.
Okay, cause
almost statement. No, almost speculative. Initially, no, the view was that the two government institutions were seeking to deny Sekaba. And actually, when we produced paragraph 36, paragraph 52, and the entire IMF document, I feel no more say, okay, Eka no cry lower than previous Eka. Yeah, baby, a parliamentary inquiry, but let it be clear, say, yen setting question, Emma Nipa back, or more or setting question, and on person use. In any case, Bank of Ghana document now, we can forward copy to a Jacob Nasa and the producers and Fentoso. Mami can paragraph 4 no. Also, the history of monetary management has revealed that while gold in the reserve cover mix was not given much weight, the managers of the economy during the 1960-61 financial year took a bold decision to increase the amount of gold to be held in the cover asset mix for the city. Yeah. As a result of this decision, a small amount of refined gold valued at around $3.7 million at that time was bought overseas and transported to the bank's vault. Sir, initial reserve now no more no. What for overseas gold. May a copy of the document come out. Okay. This document is from 2021. Bank of Ghana. Who producer? I'm projecting on the screen.
I know Bank of Ghana.
I know Bank of Ghana document.
Okay.
2021.
Honorable Kopoku, where the say
overseas. And this one is a totally different program.
Me that say. Me say who adwuma bi ye enti yebamo aba so ahu.
And the job of remember na me there was so am me opportunity. Na me offer as ya churches na me pesa me offer as can say me o say e kana 214 no.
Say Goldbod offer.
Okay, I think Goldbod any Bank of Ghana interaction. And you bet you can the same way say the C 2024 no. PMMC any gold Bank of Ghana interaction. You bet you can have pepe.
Offer say kabi o wa ye free enquiry na. No,
me
what for you? Say document
that's a PMMC na be Goldbod.
Aye.
Until say and a Goldbod ne Bank of Ghana and this am so na ba dia kana ba dia. And that's a kabi ba PMMC abreso e dia na say PMMC and Bank of Ghana the boss aka na sa abreso
na ba ni ahwema the inquiry. Problem be any ho. And we are calling for public inquiry.
Me concern is but what is you? Me concern is say NDP time go for oil not the Kabai. In fact, 2022, 2023, 2024. When you say, well, on that report now, I mean, you say, what the minister does here, who may defend it? So, on that report, no, you never defend it.
What I tell men call Jinaso. I am the pass we're raising gold for oil and losses from gold for oil. What for
Makano gold for reserve.
Don't worry.
And not the hour.
Don't worry.
No.
Messi, I'm the pass what can gold for oil? Of other Kai say 2024 NDC are buying I mean then NDC party Mujina council say gold for oil program and the catchitry they are bar a bin sida problem about Chrome has say into a say ya mismanage adieno. Yachire mu say a crisis management tool you introduce say ye dey make sure say you benya supply of oil. Musi muntie da. Of and then they won kwala na see we yan friend policy cost. Yan friend economic cost.
No, two different things.
Two different things. And now come say for the greater public good. Na greater public good no and the costs. Aba. Na enu ade ene de na greater public good.
The same argument here but Kojo can say many aje. What can say many aje? What say? Momo press conference no.
Yeah.
One can be after. Submit your thing in the Goldbod na boka.
In fact, of how to me share video ni na. Me na me address a press conference. Issues 4 ni raise here. My list issues ni na.
No, me just say, but you say man can be after Goldbod and aboka.
Me say your press issue be say ya boka 214 million to 300 million based on the interaction between Bank of Ghana any Goldbod and I cry the company and no be anti ni dinda I friend Bar Rock ebe kan asemo e kan it is a one kasa set to question normally na mu e you so dey no clear there
conference no na Goldbod aboka amafo na e kan keke I agree with you. Any problem?
Yeah, can press conference. No, my sense is studio. I said you.
If I try no,
I could say, "Ya bati brana, ya baba, na wa ba na yeti." Ya bedasi papa. Honorable Opoku the Agric Minister na ene no edi enkomo no. Ma Kojo, ebre amosha se motor good for reserve na ka bi bai.
Ye ko inquiry na details be ba. Ye na mix ani use. What is on say e can be by
me
bisa
so na wa ban mu now your formation minister
me me am after public inquiry me say and then the people say obisa me say details ne beba or say our document bi a e kire say there was a reserve of 4.8 billion na me ka say nti e me de say om di ni na beba ho yes you di ni na e beba dia yes you wa ye di ni na beba na fi ya kotru ni na what is here na say ko ba ne say na kani won ne ka ba asem no ewo bebia asem no kwa kujina se ko ba ne se ne ka wo ho na wo be ka se managers of the economy so at time no o ma boy form ene ka ba na ne wo de wo se yentre mu as policy cost and economic cost and so be kirem de nti as at time no na
wo kan sa
na ne de uyi wa no ye de na asem o ye ka paragraph 36 paragraph 52 of the IMF report and the risk analysis ne say ma boka $300 million
da ho
ne tia me kan sa se sinkonwa ne
mo na mo sha se wo se o mampani dada be de akiri doctor
me the video na ma o e so bo video na nsa na ya sorry me say wa
so eni me ho
me the amount producer
say hwe bibi ani a obeti
se na obo me offer Eric video no obi be mo video.
When we had this crisis, I approached my boss when we had this crisis, as I saw our foreign exchange reserves continually dwindling. I approached my boss and suggested a novel way as a solution to the shortage of foreign exchange. I proposed that we leverage on gold to produce directly in exchange for the essential goods we import. He gave me the go-ahead to pilot the one critical import, petroleum products, the shortage of which would have completely derailed our economy. And that is what resulted in gold for oil. I am happy to say that the two policies that have helped rescue the economy from catastrophe in the recent crisis were the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program, which I proposed, and the gold for oil program. The pilot, these two policies, the pilot has worked for a number of companies and has worked for the countries. Some companies which wanted to repatriate dividends and couldn't do so because of foreign exchange constraints have suddenly been able to do so because of the gold purchase program. We have thus found a solution in the midst of this crisis and bringing together the pilot of this gold for oil and gold purchase programs. We have thus, through this crisis, we have suddenly found a solution to the profit repatriation problem that many businesses had without destabilizing our local currency. This also brings major comfort to foreign investors operating in our countries. I believe from the success of the pilot scheme, we can confidently say that we have found a solution to the age-old foreign exchange problem that successive governments have struggled to contain and which invariably led to inflation and other macroeconomic challenges. My government will completely institutionalize what I will call the Gold for Forex program, even as we intensify efforts to transform the structure of the Ghanaian economy. Simply put, the domestic gold purchase program is a policy which allows the Bank of Ghana to boost our foreign exchange reserves by buying locally produced gold with cedis. Gold purchases from this program alone amounted to $5 billion in the last couple of years. With Ghana's unexplored gold reserves estimated at 5 billion ounces, with a market value of 10 trillion US dollars, my government will ramp up the gold purchase program to cover all major forex demands. We will cover all major forex demands with the gold purchase program. Put simply, if, for example, a company wants dollars, we will take their cedis and we will buy gold and we will give them their foreign currency. The gold purchase program will therefore provide the anchor that our local.
All right.
It will be the anchor for the local. No, see, Mami Cho didn't Mami 2 minutes. Mami Cho, Mr. 2 minutes. Mfitiasie na ye start kan ye say abanwe economic problems no mon solve ye de omo ye ni say ye program dada no emfaso e de aba no mo pumping so obeka ya governor ni say enyampa o mampanin say good leadership ye pia o man sa na IMF for ebe so mini say there be muntumi nye saa wa bra mo fa framework put in place to almost suspend the obekaya dollar and stand start TB o call Jubilee House na president G2 mo say Bank of Ghana ni jai intervention no because o mo fa framework number no eno na ama currency na start tanki and then framework last one now the buy say busu mi bia be so I was so mo announce e da ye kan parliament class say framework number say busu bia was so mo announce no menu Isaac Adongo say enye no kore and so one say January o mo announce say o mo the 1 billion na eba this program. And announcing a Bank of Ghana document, 2021 document, paragraph 4. And you're very different from overseas gold that you got to fear brochure, do 8 tons.
Okay.
And till it is important to say, and ne as I say, NDC are buying edge ya tumuno. You rush over it. No, be a better as I said, they are cost no, because of etikesia a so daipa Mahamudu Baumia. Program or the buy and yes. Now last point. So utie asempa interview na upolice aboy no. Ewie no na me wofa say 2016 Yura Mahama no ko India and na say the gold for reserves program beba. Okay. So okay.
Oso adwene ho.
Na pacho program ono na say program na wo 1960. Program na wo 1960 no. Eba ne saying
and 2016
obi so da Kojo paragraph 4 me da paragraph 4 na wo overseas
am for back
Bank of Ghana document
yeah hwe bibi wo se sa hihye no mo na mo de buy na bisa say efibre a mampani abedi echi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia de sa hihye ne e buy a ye good for oil good for reserve no e ka bi buy
and I say obi first of all for example good for oil e ka buy
okay.
No two ways about it.
Ekabai. Now good for reserve this way.
And no, now say ekabai no. You call inquiry now on Femra.
Mini problem. You are a former information minister.
Mini problem.
Bibi ani a anya hwe kro betimi as because we say no we say gold for oil no ekabai.
My catcher say ekabai.
Now gold for reserve no.
Me say me wo fire Opoku. Don't stress. Don't worry.
Gold for reserve one some no.
Now refi say aban start you know. Aban start here no say any good for reserves. Na gold for oil. Correct first statement omo say gold for oil. Bank of Ghana enyina make loss.
Okay, it say no gold for reserve.
And said there be gold for reserves one sem na yeka. And no dey aba say abutreme rashi. And no mo dey aba say okay gold for reserves no yekra ye boka. Mini problem. Mo mini problem.
Mo boka.
Ni o say ye boka no. Onfa nkrata anya den.
Kojo mo boka
inquiry no.
Kojo mo boka.
Say the o say ye boka no. Onfa nkrata ne mra inquiry. Now dey you.
Mo boka.
Say ye boka. Ye boka e ba ne ten as that time no. NDC for say ye di boni ye ntu ya bem na nne ono aboka no se ye mfre no policy cost economic cost ye be ko inquiry na se
enti oboka
ye me ka se boka me se ni po se ye boka no on fan krata amra
enti good for reserve no boka
ma ye ne be tell you say na ba be o to treke me to be different
say nkomo ye
o se ya boka no
enti
on fan krata
ye wo so ye ya me so ye bi no
so no ye de krata be den e be
good for reserve na mo ye no mo boka
me se ni o se ya boka no on fan krata amra
ma moka
ni o se ya boka no on fan krata amra u bisa me 20 times answer we na benya
good for oil no mo boka good for reserve de ma moka
on fan krata anye den
all right Kojo ya bre ayabe na say yemija kwama okọ na said ya waka no good for almost say 2022 mo boka bi 2023 mo boka 2024 mo boka wo se ma moka na say on fan krata
no problem cry
all right until former information minister
on the first one say make two matrix say mo si PMMC aboka ma check data na enye no kre no of abetrim say wan ka say PMMC
say wan ka ne sa
na o say Bank of Ghana no problem ti mo fa sankrata nye den emra mo de ba me so de be compare me data na ma catch say ka ho a me catch ka ni ho a me catch
enti assume say bia sa inquiry amaso e
assuming meba amaso e be me wawa because parliament yadwuma ba ko ne say ye exercise oversight over the executive se bibi koso executive no ma parliament ne bebia ye tena se ne si nkonwa ne hwehwem na nkoye se wo se me se ye wa ban mu no se obeka ya me nua samoko je to ablakwa ebe ye press conference say o menya ne ntie say ye ra lancheman tin ton nkonwa e wo di na bia se say utua 100,000 50,000 obetumi abetena ne nche ne friend cash for seats
yeah
okay
yeah
omo the motion by parliament say parliament nsi nkonwa ma yenhwem parliament ji to mu say yenye den nsi nkonwa ma yenhwem because parliament HON as a bibi kochima wo executive ni mu a ye hwehwem untumi nkoboka $300 million na won ka say ema ye hwehwem ebe ye me nwanwa
okay
me wareshem ebo ho mpa say Mr. Speaker ebe ji atum say parliament nsi nkonwa send MPP time ye dey cash for seats by parliament nsi nkonwa hwem ne hwem secondly the entire inquiry ni hu hia ne say me ankasa me de me ho ye mfaton say mbetena ha na say me ka say ye wo document bi esi say document no say me bo abe den ho me wo fa figures ya okay kan say ntina me say ye ko inquiry na no the document na den aba me I mean me wo fa obi a me wo bu pa ama no but enye no kura obe den ho parliamentary committee na HON ye betumi supini witness eno ye supini want to kasa umba wo document be betumi order the production of the document HON ye be order Bank of Ghana say for report we bra Goldbod mra na say omon publish contract up till now omon pricing structure na nkeka na dey omon publish here me no better say na say ye debate ba ku bi abondi o say friend no Abbas mumuni na say Abbas Nuruddin no aka say na me maka say na ye den ye ko enquiry HON ye be ma order say mon ko fa contract we mra mo fa ba contract mra nipa 31 na mo say o mo apply ya obi an qualify mo fa emra criteria no mo fa emra na live obi ahwehwem ye hu ne ye hu ba bia mistake ni fi ne ya correct na my last point say ampa say gold for reserves eboka in the previous era and asan aboka in this era no krampo na kire say inquiry no hu hia so that we betumi hu lessons no na wa correct no for the future anti inquiry ne de me srenya me sre Mr. Speaker o ma yenye public inquiry no na fi yenko into the details ni hu babia sa $300 million e ka we say between Bank of Ghana ni Goldbod ni Bar Rock babia ka we fi buy any corrective measures e wo see take it going forward na sa ka we entumi ntwetwere Ghana for bo sa afebo
Kojo na kan kobo bebre wo ka se be di na
na my time kakranka wo se me no eja opposition MP me nko be bia me ti ase
guest no sa ba ya o ba se o mo so mba na
my time ko ni kakra
anti me ma December January 31st mo ko to aba so far o hwe do bon krata na obi ade ne de ba
no correct
daily guide no kura no pay kura de o de bobo o say bam
say to
say bam o say let me see o say top clergy endorses Canada Japan wa ha and afi Brian Champion so takes over wale say ona mampanya be de che ba mi afi
no correct
na say ono ni fie na say Brian ko take idia na de say asamabo
makaita ma kokko anyido ho ye press conference we are in a comfortable lead edu abato say ya obi a Canada HON Nkrumah and said I me problem. But me then say me Dr. Bawumia nante literally many regions. Baby Bekubiano. Me to be na or start kasa na ma sorry akwa kujinetro ne ne kofo di nkomo. Omo a ento mano no. Omo kire di ntia omo nto mano. Na dudu onara ahobrasem dudu onara ayo madwin se ombeto amano. Na utie nkomo ni na mu a ye party dudu na bebre na nim se nipa numa ye gina no nyina ya de hye. Akonya na ato na omo pribi. But ba ku bi wo mu a ono na nnekra no ye di ne ho nkomo. Nkomo ya ye di. Hwe oman ene currency appreciate a ye twe ne tese se ne abase. Nkomo a ye di video aboy na ho video a. Ti kese so daipa. And party voni na nim say papa we potoka say oye rich in ideas. Nyankopon adom na dom. Obi a wona adom. Me gina he, me nye tenten gramo. Wo gina he, e bia wo nye macho man, wo ni hon. Ba wo wade bia obi ni bi. Senia wo ye wadwuma. Ebisa wo questions. Etoto niema no. Obi beye dan wo nya bi. Yewra Bawumia, obetumi aka se o me wone na nso kakra, me wone na nso kakra nye problem. But adeɛ baako aga na hia pa adeɛ baako edi mu akotene pa eye ideas a ye de transform o man ne ideas no ho baako na nne ye di hu nkomo yi ne ideas no ho baako na nne ebi mu pese omtwe koma Yura Mahama 2016 ana say 1960 ne ideas no baako na nne problem ana wo ho fiti 1957 abisi nne yetumi anya ano aduro na so obeka ya 2024 o church any member o ka so be credit system credit reference bureau na nka no nka ba mu a enka eno ho mfaso different from gold for reserves program ya ye kan o kan sa time no say o pese ye boost private sector be 3% of GDP yen cutting fee budget no so ne fa ma private sector mfanya adwuma eno say senka ye wa ba mu ne ye ya enka mrantie ni mebu bebre a omo pe adwuma wo public sector no kasa opportunity a ye create am na be omo ankasa omo adwuma omo ye enya ho mfaso a enye se aban tua meka no ntua meka
ade na man ye 8 years
oh ye started 4 years ana koye hwe inflation ya yenu anom kan wasem say inflation aba say 7% o say den ana say 6% ya 6% ye ba aban mu ye benya inflation 15% ye ti so amebedu 7.8 e ma basan ba 7.1 na asem abeto in 2020 wo kan yenu anom and for that time wo kan metwe abo so saa how say na omoji atum in fact gold for reserves program we say ye de ba first no menu ato forcing or you one of the people are or cassette domestic gold purchase program and no obo gold board abaso so o my ade any program corona that time no nyema bebre wo wa na ye ya omo twe abo so e kan ye ho asem ma ye ho ye Ghana fo ehi ba no omo bae no eno na omo yusu se nya asem we to ye 2020 eba na enka ho kira ye kom no kanya de anka ye bekom but ho kira bi so wo a wo kom a ebie wani ma wo hu niema bi nti aho kira ne so ye kom na no so bie ye ni ma ye hu niema bi ye age atom se ye kwa aban mu mfie wo twene ye niema bi wo ho a ye niema bi so wo ho a etosin ye sua niema bebre wo na nipa a obetumi adi anim ma de ye yie ne de ye sua nyame ya dom ne anya akonya next time a ye de aye adwuma mana so aba ma Ghana fo no on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo bo ni video sesi ai enne asama ye kan gold for reserves peo unim say ye kan gold for forex
de baje branya kan so
there be nka ye wini abana nka in fact speech no utie speech na o say large scale forex repatriation etre bia wo ho ye say MTN make profit of ahe omu yini na akọ seska ni na ekọ na ma $1 no sote
okay
o sin ka ye de sa program we say ya ebe so ntin kan faso e benya no eso sin de na krampo enka ye nya no enti ye party no mu de ampa obi a kan de ahobrasiem dodo na yesusu se ombeka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia side na mesre me fa de se de ba ko ento party fo anim ye fie nkomo ne yedi nti kasa e de oyeni ba party ni mu kasa e ma party no ho nya kono otan kasa sa kasa na ase ye pese osumbesi ni obintin ekono ye nyai emwaye wo candidate a wo supporting no che de a osusun se obetumi aye e de aboa party no ni oman no meso me kire me de na 31st na etu yɛ nyina etumi ayɛ atu sɛ onua yɛ kɔbɔ bɔ na ha sɛ wini anakɔtɔkɔ wini ɛno ano na ma mɛ yɛ ntɔkwa nyɛ sɛ yɛbɛwie no nka bom no ɛbɛyɛ na adwuma papo a MPP ayɛ te sɛ saa go for reserves program wei a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde kɔ campaign ɛkɔ ka sɛ anuanom sɛ mo nyinaa mo hu sɛ yɛ gold for reserves program na ɛno na ɔmo use a yɛka na ɔmo sɛ yɛnya mpa ɛnɛ wɔn sɛ nina bɛdɛ di abɛɛ ɛka sɛ ɔmo pɔmpe ɔmo sɛ yɛnya mpa sɛ wɔn sɛ ɔmo abɛgye atum sɛ ɔmo apɔmpo 10 billion na nka wo akwala a wote fi saa $10 billion no yɛde yɛ adwuma bi na nka wonya bi yɛ yankɛnyɛ
na ɔmo na yɛ 10 billion so mfa so ana
meba na nka saa campaign yɛ de akɔ no yanka mmomu a saa campaign yɛ ntumi
10 billion no mama na nya so mfa so ana
ntoma desre de oh no 10 billion no de aban na decide sɛ ɔde bɛyɛ ne sɛ ɔbɛpɔmpo egu market no
na ɛmo man wɔ kwan bi aso
ɛwɔ ne mfa so na ɔkyena no sɛ price no so tia bonsi ebesa akosi eda dem because ene maka cho say enyame nko na me kan IMF so aka cho say de nti ene ba sa ne say yen abra ye de bae in fact da no bi bisa me say na de na mo de bae no dollar no so ante because ye de bae no na gold price ye $1,700 an ounce and the gold sa say me you know $4,400
all right
nti mfa so no aboso ba man na decide say obe pump
okay
yen a enka yen pump ni bebre say ye de bisu be bi foforo na aso aba ma obi otifi a oni adwuma ye no enya bi ba enya koba ne saa se say de ayehwe public inquiry no na yakoni nyina de nkrata akoguo ne akyere
ase nti saa bere no good for reserve no ene de aka nyina no yebedi hu dwuma obi a from 2022 be nya be kwajo ka je say me kan tell my brother to slow down aban papa ba o say aban papa ba ti no Erickson mo wa chema pa na eti kwajo ba dance
mesme dance
aya hwehwe me kakra na woni aneme
ohun me OTV so eso afre
say mo so kwajo so be nya pra me dance Kojo Opong Nkrumah aye incane information minister and of wase ayire bi o san yem na se badwani o na yedi nkomo e de fa ensamsam akwa aba good for oil na good for reserve na Goldbod aboka na Bank of Ghana so abo ni na asifo nyina no yedi nkomo na nkomo no yenya si ye betwa so osore kwa bedwafo betena se na ya to so na edi nkomo na no achi kurampo so no ye ne panifu a sansemi form ho so no e benya abre no mo so ma ba na fe se no honorable Agric Opoku ekaye no na ono so na fe ya ne sa ya adwento ato a we nya ntokwa aha ya tuma hwe na ya tutu nyama na ne matu yesi nti Kojo medas papa ene onka ho so binia na yetwa ho aba ye ba bedwafo betena se na do mo ache enya hwe ni nyina ka brabo no hu bi yekoba ebedi nko mo ntwen ye
Vibrant Media. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates.